Sometime around sunset last night, the first of the billboards went up. Good morning to you. Good Tuesday morning. I'm Dejan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports, and this is Daily Shot of Pirates. It comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into football and or hockey, I also offer daily shots of Steelers and Penguins in the same place that you found this. I'm not sure of the exact number of billboards that'll eventually go up. I know that there's several of them, and I also know that they're paid for, and I also know that they're all going to be right around the downtown Pittsburgh, the North Shore of Pittsburgh, anywhere where, somebody might be interested in the Pittsburgh Pirates. The message on the billboard is simple. Abandon ship, Bob. Sell the team. Really big, bright letters, and sell the team is scripted in a style similar to what the Pirates themselves use. Not surprisingly, a lot of the people behind the billboards and behind a website that's called OurTeamNotHis.com, presumably borrowing from my phrase to that effect a few years ago when it looked like Bob Nutting wasn't ever going to fire the Frank Coonley, Neil Huntington people. A lot of those people and the ones who've been engaged in the walking protests that have occurred here in the past month and change are the same. But it's not just them. On their website, there's a money tracker that shows that they've collected, at least according to this site, $14,000, which is not nothing. And more to the point, it'll buy you a whole lot of billboard. And in turn, it'll buy you a whole lot of attention. I'm not sure if this is yet another piece of what makes Pittsburgh quaint, I guess would be the right friendly word for it. But we look at billboards. I mean, we're like that. We can name all the lawyers. We can, all that stuff that actually usually goes on billboards. And this one that went up last night is basically right at the downtown end of the Liberty Bridge, but it's on the Boulevard of the Allies. So the incoming traffic that's either coming from the South Hills or from Oakland on the Boulevard is, let's just say it's tens and tens of thousands of daily commuters. And that's just one. The positions, and I only glanced at a graphic one time for where the whole bunch of them are going to go, but it's all right here. It's all right around downtown, right around the stadium. And it's going to be a talking point in town probably right around the time you're listening to this. That's my guess. And I've also heard there's more in the way of protests coming. There's something specific being arranged toward Pirates Fest, which I'm not positive of the date, but I believe it's in January. And my guess is that this is only going to grow. And I bring this up today for a couple of reasons. One is that, Paul Skeens was named a finalist for Rookie of the Year. Now, that's not surprising to anybody. That happened yesterday. Skeens was also named a finalist for Cy Young. Not a surprise, but at the same time, not exactly happenstance. And I got to tell you, I can't speak for anybody other than myself on this count, but I see those things. I'm aware of them. I've really grown to like and admire Skeens over the year that I've been around him. I'm blown away not only by the obvious stuff, by his talent, but by his professionalism, by his decorum. He isn't just everything that everybody had said he was when he got here. He's more than that. But, the team that he plays for, the management of it has proven over a 5-year span to be inept. The ownership above that management won't change that management, and that ownership unto itself since 2007 has had 3 playoff appearances, 4 winning seasons. And for the icing on the cake, that ownership has also profited. And depending on your perspective or various accounting of that profit, it's been Anywhere from significant to egregious. So what do you think about when you think about Skeens? Okay, it's arguably not fair because you can look at other teams in similar market bases, like just for example, a Kansas City and, Bobby Witt is an American League MVP finalist. What do you think they're thinking in Kansas City about Witt? The Brewers, the team that I always hold up to be the model for the Pirates, are looking to move on. They're not saying so, but they're hinting at it from Willy Adames. Why? Well, Mark Attanasio, their owner, said publicly it's going to be a challenge. We're going to put in our bid, but the reality's the reality. Well, that sounds like pretty much showing him the door. And in Pittsburgh, it's just unfathomable that someone at Skeens' level could be here for any appreciable amount of time. Yes, of course, they hold his rights. I go over that myself all the time. He's here another 5 years if the Pirates choose to keep him as opposed to trading him, while they could still get something for him, but that's not going to happen, and that's actually not even necessarily the smartest path. So yeah, you start thinking about stuff like that. And that's why that stadium was 3/4 empty when he pitched in September. He was the same dude. He was just as good. He was still blowing everybody away. He was still making more national headlines than he was local headlines. Because around here, we get it. We get when people have lost interest or are finding a way to invest themselves elsewhere. So, here I am talking about these billboards instead of Skeens. When we come back, J1Q.
It's Gun Storage Check Week. Help prevent unwanted access to your firearms. No one wants their unsecured gun to be used in an accident, a suicide, or a crime. Use lockboxes, safes, and locks to secure your firearms. Learn more at gunstoragecheck.org. That's gunstoragecheck.org. Brought to you by NSSF, the Firearm Industry Trade Association.
Today's J1Q comes from Frank, who states, simply, it's not a question, Paul Skeens' accomplishments in the 2024 season as a rookie have been so unprecedented that I'm not surprised he's a finalist for the Cy Young Award, and I almost expected it. I'm happy to hear it, and no one deserves it more. Frank, you were not the only one to write in this direction. Sentiments like that, you expressed it as well as anyone. And I'm right there with you. I don't know that Skeens is going to get the Cy Young with the kind of performance that Chris Sale had over the year, but he's going to get Rookie of the Year. And I don't think anybody anywhere would dispute that he's deserving of one, and nobody'd even blink if he got the other. Going over, the rest of the field, it's Sale and, Zach Wheeler of the Phillies. The thing that's going to end up working against Skeens is the obvious, is that he wasn't around the whole season and had his innings limited. And, Pirates and something Pirates. But for the Rookie of the Year, I love what Jackson Chourio did for the Brewers, a 2020 kid at that age. That's crazy. It's also a testament to the way they've scouted Latin America and the way they've developed all of their talent in Milwaukee. Jackson Merrill, I don't know that I've seen a rookie do just to the Pirates what Merrill did. If you'll remember his output in those 6 games, both at PNC Park and then out in San Diego, he was beyond brilliant. He was single-handedly winning games, and he's just not Skeens. Okay, that's as far as I can even take that debate in any serious vein. Here's hoping all the best for Skeens. Here's hoping Skeens collects all of the potential bonus money that's available to him while he's in Pittsburgh. And here's hoping if management and/or ownership don't change here, that somehow, some way, he'll find a way to be performing on a stage that's worthy of who he is, both on and off the mound. I appreciate your sending that this way, Frank. I appreciate everybody who listens to Daily Shot of Pirates. We're going to do another one of these tomorrow.